Good afternoon, welcome back. It is Monday, November 13th, 2023. Get ourselves back into focus here. We've got a couple birthdays to talk about and a couple of events, so this is going to go by really quickly. As you notice, as we start phasing out the end of the racing season, there's going to be fewer and fewer events to talk about. And we've only got two today, so we're going to go back to 1994 in Atlanta Motor Speedway and the Busch Series race, the season finale. Ward Burton won that race. Steve Grissom wins the title. It, like some of the ARCA races of this era, had a lot of hard crashes. Todd Bodine was in a hard crash. I want to say David Green had a pretty rough hit. A few others. Neil Bonnet crashed in this race, what would be his last ever Busch Series start. He would start his final Cup race the following day. But this race also was originally scheduled in March. And if you remember, in March 93, there was a huge blizzard that hit the area and the race was postponed, even though they had already qualified. So this created a unique situation for NASCAR. They already had the lineup determined, so they just held the lineup. Kind of like they did at 2001 at Loudon, New Hampshire, where they had qualified the cars and then the race got canceled, obviously. Or no, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different thing about 9/11 with New Hampshire. So scratch that thought. There was a team that was entered in the race in New Hampshire that didn't make it to the season finale when it moved to November. So anyway, there were a lot of changes in the lineup because some teams folded. Some drivers, like Davey Allison, unfortunately, weren't around anymore. Of course, Davey got killed in a helicopter crash in July, but he had qualified for the race in March. So I want to say Red Farmer or Hut Strickland or somebody else drove the car that was entered by Davey Allison's team. After that, Dale Earnhardt actually qualified in March, but Neil Bonnet raced the car because Dale was fighting for a championship in the Cup Series and didn't want to take from that. So it created a very unique lineup. Sponsors moving to different cars, different people, and it was very unique. But Ward Burton won that race. It was a very entertaining race. It's one that I'll still watch occasionally to this day. On this day, 1994, 1 year later, in Adelaide, Australia, for the Formula One race, Nigel Mansell wins. After being dominant in kart in 1993, and for some reason the team just fell flat in 1994, he got out of his contract early, went back to F1, proceeded to win in Adelaide, and this would ultimately be Nigel's final career win in the F1 series. Three birthdays to talk about today. Born on this day in 1932, sadly passed away in 2004. He's a first-generation racer. His son would win some Busch Series races and go on to race for a while in the Cup Series, and his grandson is currently a spotter in the Cup Series, and that would be Mr. Bob Pressley. So, happy birthday. Of course, passed away since, but Mr. Bob Pressley. Born on this day in 1921, and tragically was killed in the 1965 Fall Charlotte race. It'd be Mr. Harold Kite. I thought I maybe had a card of him in this one of those legend sets, but there was not to be. But Harold did win the first race under NASCAR sanction at the Daytona Beach Road Course, and technically the first one under the Grand National lineage of NASCAR. Now, in 1949, it was still what would become the Cup Series, but it was called the Strictly Stock Division. In 1950, they renamed it the Grand National Division, which is now the Cup Series. But Harold Kite won the first race on the Daytona Beach Road Course. And our final birthday that we got a couple cards for here, born on this day in 1999, current F1 driver Lando Norris. So luckily we do have a couple cards to show you guys today, so thank you for Topps for making some F1 cards for us to enjoy for this video. McLaren F1 team. McLaren, a legendary and tenured name in the Formula One paddock. So that is all we have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll have something to rip. Not sure what exactly we're going to do yet, but we will have something for you. As always, thanks again. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.